Yeah, hello everybody. So obviously I'm here representing Bam Nuttall, but the project in which that I'm working on is the Tay Link Road project. So I'll just quickly take you through. There's quite a lot of slides, but it's quite quick in terms of things that I'm going to talk to you about today. So I was asked to obviously just give an overview in terms of obviously Bam Nuttall, and then the project, and then obviously how we've been working with DYW throughout the year and a bit now it has been. So in terms of civil engineers, obviously Bam Nuttall, we work on quite a lot of different things: rail, highways, tunnelling, and quite a lot of different sites throughout the world, really. Some of them I will obviously pick up on in just a minute as well, but the main one, obviously, which we're dealing with at the moment, is that the Tay Link Road project, which is dealing with the bridge going across the Tay, which again I'll come into in just a second as well. Some of the projects that we have worked on, this is the Dubai Museum of the Future, obviously in Dubai. That was about a 336 million building, which we put in there in Dubai. Next one here, so we've got quite a lot of things. So in terms of the Antarctic, so this is the infrastructure modernisation program. In terms of this is obviously for Sir David Attenborough, that was obviously looking for us to put this through. Is about 300 million infrastructure in which that we're creating in the Antarctic. And this is obviously going to be helping in terms of all the research and innovation for the National Environmental Research and Council. One that's possibly a bit more closer to home here. This was the V&A in Dundee. So this is something that Bam Nuttall have also been created. And this was part of a 80 million building, which is obviously a fantastic piece of art within the area, and that was created by Kengo Kuma, who is a world-renowned architect. In terms of Tay Link Road project, so Tay Link Road project is about 6.7 kilometres of road. You've got 6 roundabouts. You have in total 3 bridges going from the left to the right. You've got the A9 overbridge. You have the main Tay crossing. And then you have another one which is called the Green Bridge, which you'll see just down the bottom right there, which is artist's impression of what it's going to look like once it's all done. So the A9 overbridge, which is currently there, so people are currently travelling underneath this part of the highway at the moment, and there is the Tay crossing. In terms of this one, there's a few pile caps in here, so this is allowing for people to understand the whole elements of how it's going to look. So the main span of that is about 150 meters, which goes right across the water. So we had to actually go into the Tay. So we went into the Tay about a meter and a half, and which is we had to build a cofferdam around that, which is on the East Pier side there. Next part is the Green Bridge. So it's known as the Green Bridge because it is going to be greened right over the top of that, but it's also going to be for a mammal crossing. So there is paths linking up to the Green Bridge, which is something that we've been working quite hard to make sure that people can get up there and be able to see it. And the view that is actually going to be coming from the top of there is going to be absolutely stunning. NMU is known as a non-motorised unit, so it will be a unit which is used for public to be able to walk up there, to be able to sit, and obviously to be able to have a picnic and see the great views, but also in terms of the mammals, to be able to cross and the animals, so it's going because in between 2 forestry areas. Next part in here, so I'm just going to quickly give you a wee oversight of the whole scheme itself. So here you can see the A9 junction. So the whole of the A9 was actually moved. So this is the old A9, which is just on the left there, and then this is the new A9 section, which has been put in there. We've got quite a lot of roads which are now being built round and about that, which is allowing us to create a park and choose area, which is going to be just in and about here. So you'll be able to drive up to that area and choose if you want to walk or if you want to cycle. This is the east pier. So as you can see down the bottom left here, this is actually where the hammerhead's just starting to come out of the ground at the moment. And then what's going to happen is that's going to come out and that's going to link right the way up to the other side of the other side of the Tay there. And that will be where the bridge in the top right there, that's where it's just starting the A9 overbridge, and it'll come right across here. So really, really good, interesting project for a lot of people to be able to see, which again, I'll come on to in a minute. This is the Stormont roundabout, so it's good for people to understand the sheer size of this project. And then here is the A93 roundabout. You've got the Green Bridge at Highfield, and as I was talking to you before there, this is obviously the NMU, which is just in here, and we're linking up all these pathing areas. So it's going to be a really nice place for people to be able to walk or cycle, depending on what they want to do. But just a general good, nice place in terms of the forestry areas up at Scone there. And then you've got the Highfield roundabout, which is looking east towards Scone. And then you've got the A94 roundabout, which is just in there. So obviously it's a very, very interesting project. I'm actually from Perth myself, which has allowed me to really kind of get people on board. So since working with DYW, and particularly Morgan and all the help that you've provided to us here, we obviously have a lot of targets that, and I hate to put it in that way in a KPI, but we have a lot of people that we need to be able to make sure that we're speaking to, getting out onto the project. So we do a lot of engagement with the schools, and that's been part of the partnership that we've had with DYW. So we've been through to a lot of careers fairs. We've had the apprenticeship jobs fair at Salutation Hotel, as well as mock interviews that we've had. We've been at the spotlight of on apprenticeships. So we've anything that DYW have provided us, we've wanted to, get there and make sure that we attended, because it's a really, really good thing in which that they're obviously looking to do, but also a really good way for Bam Nuttall and for the Tay Link Road project to be able to get themselves across there and be able to obviously allow people to see this amazing infrastructure which is happening at the moment. As well as the one that's in the middle there, the bridges presentation, because of the relationships that we've now had through DYW, we've actually managed to branch out and been able to speak to the schools, a lot of primary schools as well. So we've now been going into a lot of the schools and providing bridges presentations to them, just about what the whole Tay Link Road project is. Next part in here is we've got the careers fairs that we've been doing, and this is particularly with the Perth Autism Support. So we've had quite a good partnership now with Perth Autism Support. We've managed to obviously go through and have a careers fair with them, but also we've had them out on site, which is an absolutely brilliant thing to do. And as you can see from a lot of the people that came on the day, the smiles on their faces, really, really happy, and allowing them to be able to get out. Since that, we've also had people come out. This is Zach that on the right there, who's actually 15. And Zach's very open to say that, that he's something that he just didn't know how to get into the civil engineering world. And that's something in which that we helped him with, made sure that he got out, and he came out for a full day's induction with us at the Tay Link Road project, which was fantastic. Since that, we have also had now some work experience students come out to us from the Perth Autism Support. A young boy called Alex just started with us last week, and he's got his next session with us again for the next 4 weeks, which is really good. So he's obviously getting that work experience. Again, there are the other parts and things that we've done here with the partnerships that we've created through the high schools. This particularly here on the left is Kinross High School. So we've had quite a good partnership with Kinross High School now. We've been providing them with small donations, which is going from cardboard, going from bits of wood, perspex glass, all these little bits and pieces which would cost a lot of money for a school to be able to obtain. It's sometimes surplus to requirements for us within the big company like BAM. We've been able to provide those out to the schools. And also in the bottom right here, we've done a lot of career talks at schools now as well. This one here is at Bertha Park. They all love to get dressed up, so the boy you can see there in the middle there is all dressed up in his PPE. But again, it's fantastic for us to be able to come out, explain to them the different careers that are within a company like Bam Nuttall, going from quantity surveying, going to something in community engagement. going all the way to an engineer, or further afield into project management sort of stages as well. So these are all the different careers that we obviously have here. We've got people that can come out and do a talk to anybody at the school. The other part in here, so this is our bridges to school. So we've done quite a lot of bridge building with a lot of the schools that we've been to. So Violins, Prowney, Bertha Park, Kinross, Oakbank, Violins, and Blairgowrie. We've been out to about, so it'll be about 7 or 8 visits we've done out to Blairgowrie as well. So, and these are really, really good. So very, very good for children to be able to get into the framework of working with the other people in their team, in their class, but also in terms of allowing them to obviously put their minds into that whole working as a team, but also in terms of building bridges. It's been really, really good. It's been well received, which has allowed us to do a lot more things as well in terms of getting the schools involved and getting them out. We will bring the material, we will bring the presentation with us, we'll do it to the schools, and then from then what will happen is it's entirely up to themselves. If they want to move into the world of civil engineering, that's something they can definitely do. We've done some more mock interviews. The UHI part is something that I actually was at one of the things with DYW, and they asked me to come along. So again, it's all about linking up that partnership. We do environmental impact talks. So we've done quite a lot of those at Violins Primary School, and we've done it at Oakbank as well. Next parts, some of the things that we have do is community engagement in our offer. We've been out to schools, we've done clear outs at schools, we've done more talks. The one on the right here is obviously at Scone Primary School. RDM, we helped them with getting their jungle gym all set back up again, which is really, really good. And that was used through our contractors that we've got on site with us. Last couple of slides here. So just in terms of our social value is one of the biggest things to us at BAM, but also in the Cross Tay Link Road project. We've created over 12 million given back as obviously as a total social value impact created by Cross Tay Link Road, which is fantastic. Carbon reduction on this project has been down by 35%, which is down by 35,000 tonnes, which is just fantastic. Again, we're looking at the human capital, which is to do with the amount of money, so individuals trained, the amount of people that we've been out to speak to. But one of the biggest things that we've managed to get in here is in terms of the amount of schools, the amount of people that we've been speaking to, and the one at the bottom right there is the engagement with schools, colleges and universities, which is it's actually now over 3,000 pupils that we've engaged with, and that's only going to continue in the next coming year as well. So that's all the sort of elements that have helped through DYW to kind of move this all forward. So that's kind of that element on terms of it. I just wanted to quickly touch on the community artwork stuff that we're doing on the project as well. This is all going to be coming up very, very quickly. Nicola Wheatley is the artist in residence for the project, and we're going to be working with a lot of the local communities and schools. And that will be in terms of looking to do different artworks. So there's about 9 locations which are on the project, which we're going to be putting in, and that's going to be working with a lot of schools. So we're hoping to work quite closely with DYW with that coming up in the future as well. So I hope to see a lot more community events. Obviously, hopefully I've not gone over time or anything like that, but that's kind of all the bits and pieces I wanted to talk to. But if anybody does ever want to speak to myself or look to get us out to a school or any kind of an event, please do feel free to just get in touch with me. Thanks.